Welcome to the weekly Edgecast. I'm Matt Lieber.
And I'm Chelsea Dyer.
Well, Halloween is this week, and that means it's time to pick out a costume. This year's most popular costumes are the Slutty Pirate, Slutty Police Officer, Slutty Saddam Hussein, Slutty Surrey Cruz, Slutty Orlando Bloom, and of course the ever-popular Slutty Slut.
With Halloween approaching, the Greek community is holding its annual Safe Halloween on Mac and the surrounding area. Basically, the houses will open their doors for fun family activities to promote the positive images of the organizations. After the festivities, the houses will hold their annual Drunken Orgy Halloween extravaganza that differs from the usual drunken orgies that they hold in that they might confuse their crack with residual anthrax from the candy.
This month proved to be the deadliest month in over a year for troops in Iraq. So far in the month of October, 96 troops have died. 3 more, and I win the office pool.
Last week, coat hangers were placed around campus as a protest by a pro-choice group who wants to keep abortion legal. In a related story, the hangers are being rounded up by the Young Americans for Freedom to be made into do-it-yourself kits.
Last weekend, the Spartans had an amazing come-behind victory over Northwestern in the fourth quarter. This just goes to show you that we don't even know how to suck correctly.
The National Science Foundation has given MSU's nuclear science facility a $100 million grant to span over the next 5 years. If elected, Dick DeVos plans to send half of it to China, while Jennifer Granholm will bring North Korean scientists in an effort to diversify the economy. Granholm smiled and said, "In 5 years, you really will be blown away."
The Temple Club unexpectedly closed its doors last week. All the indie rock bands that were scheduled to play there in the coming weeks can still be heard exclusively on my roommate's iPod.
John Kerry recently endorsed Jennifer Granholm at the memorial dedication in Lansing for fallen law enforcement officers. According to Kerry, it's not enough to just memorialize the fallen, we also have to dedicate them to a memorial dedication. The dedication part makes all the difference. Kerry also made sure to blame any mistakes Granholm had made on the Republicans since he doesn't like elephants, not a bit. He also believes that folks like DeVos and Bush are going down a dark path, the corporate path. He then pulled out a bottle of Heinz ketchup to top off his mid-speech hamburger. As if the election wasn't already in the bag, Granholm's spokesperson, Chris DeWitt, made sure to point out that Jennifer puts Michigan first and DeVos doesn't care about anybody but himself. Just look, I wanted to buy a North Face, and who whipped out their credit card to help me out? Not Dick DeVos.
The People's Church of East Lansing hosted a vigil for domestic abuse awareness. The event went off without a hitch, but they won't be holding another one anytime soon, if they know what's good for them.
With less than a month until the election, politicians are ramping up campaigns and trying to portray themselves as the best candidates. Many college groups are trying to portray their candidates as the best ones for students. For an analysis of the candidates, we have our hipster correspondent, Philip Rodney Moon.
Thank you, Chelsea. Well, let's get right into it. The biggest race this year is the governor's race. The leading candidates are Democrat Jennifer Granholm and Republican Dick DeVos. Let's start with Jennifer Granholm. Last year, she was voted the hottest governor of all the governors. We did our own poll to figure out how true that was on this campus. 68% of men reported they'd totally hit it with Jennifer Granholm. Those are solid numbers. Get them drunk, and it jumps up to 81%. Good sign at this point in the campaign. On our poll on Dick DeVos, we found that only 34% of women would hit it with him, but mentioned he's a billionaire, and the number jumps to 62%. Less than Granholm, but enough to swing a few votes and drop a few panties. Now, what if you're a hipster that doesn't go for the mainstream politics? There are a few cool third parties available this year. If you're conservative and tired of the war, budget deficits, domestic spying, and page buggering of the Republican Party, the Libertarian Party might be for you. The party stands on the principle of balanced budgets, accountable government, no taxes, no government services, all the drugs you want, all the guns you want, marrying anyone you want, and driving down the road without a seatbelt. In fact, if you don't like government at all, the Libertarian Party is for you, because if they have their way, there will be no government. What if you bend to the left? If you think the Democratic Party is beholden to special interests in corporations, there are a few parties to choose from. There's the Green Party, but they're a little less cool ever since they voted in Bush in 2000. If you want another party, there's the Socialist Workers' Party. Don't confuse them with the Workers' Socialist Party. They are totally neo-Stalinist posers. If you want true Marxism, you got to go with the Social Workers' Labor Party. Back to you, Chelsea.